Hey YouTube, I got a question for you guys. What is the connection between today, February 22nd, 2022, and March 16th, 1957? You guys ready to jump down the rabbit hole with me? Well, February 22nd, 2022, if you guys remember about a year or so ago, there was a bunch of things all over YouTube and TikTok about people's Alexas going crazy, and they would ask them silly questions, and a lot of them will answer back that February 22nd, 2022 was the date that was going to change the world. Well, a lot of people watched Putin sign a legislation allowing him to move Russian troops into the Ukraine. And I don't know about you guys, anybody that watched that video, uh, it left a very eerie feeling in my gut because he kind of looked like he was grinning a little bit, and that weird twinkle in his eye. It's not the same Putin, I mean, the original Putin was scary to begin with, but this new Putin, whew, looks like old Putin checked out, new Putin checked in. With new Putin scary. Now, everybody knows that Putin has made it very clear that he has no problem with dropping nuclear bombs. He made that very, very clear. And hopefully YouTube don't bring this down because a lot of people think, I don't know what their agendas are nowadays, but this is just a theory and an idea, YouTube. So bear with me on this one. So we know he has the nuclear capability, if not more advanced than us, because I do believe they perfected the EMP using nuclear devices in the atmosphere. Now, everybody knows how dangerous the nuclear bomb, the atomic bomb, is since World War II. And Japan is still to this day having issues with their soil and mutations and birth defects from that nuclear device. Now, if you guys stop and think that kind of explosion does change your atmosphere. It gives it sort of a glow, like a aurora borealis sort of thing for a short period of time. Anybody that's ever worked in nuclear physics knows what I'm talking about. Which brings us back to my statement about March 16th, 1957. What is the connection? Well, we know Putin's getting ready to use nuclear warheads. It's a given. He's openly admitted that. We know the effects of it from World War II. 1940s, the atomic bomb was the pinnacle of technology, which is scary in itself because the human being we're pretty much overgrown children in adult bodies. And to harness that kind of power, it's the power of the sun, it's just dangerous. But back in March 16th, 1957, outside of a little town in Virginia off of a farm, we got a visit from a very special person. He went by the name of Valiant Thor, and he lived amongst us at the Pentagon for many, many years. And the reason why he was here is he was sent here by the Federation and the Galactic Council to try to coerce humanity to avoid the atomic bomb. Hence why the United States hasn't used the atomic weapon on a country since World War II. Well, that, and of course, everybody freaking out. It was pretty dangerous. It seems that not only are we affecting our own planet with the abundance of radiation, but it's going to change the radiation levels throughout space and the rest of the galaxy. So Valiant Thor was sent down here to try to talk us out of it. The only reason why I'm bringing this up right now is there's a lot of disclosure on UFOs nowadays. And I'm pretty sure if Putin wages World War III, which we're not guaranteeing that he is, but he's definitely making a military move. And with us constantly at war and conflict, it's kind of a hurdle that we got to get over. We are never going to expand out in the universe as long as we're still warring with ourselves. I mean, it's human nature. We have been that way. If we don't understand it and we can't control it, we're going to destroy it. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. But with that being the case, Valiant Thor has already left. He's already given us his message. The Hopi people talk about the Star Children. They call them that. We call them the Blues. They showed up right after the Zeta Reticuli had showed up, and they tried to do the same thing, coerce our government not to go to war. And that's what was holding us up. And so instead of them listening, they went ahead and made contracts with the Zeta Reticuli. And so the Blues went off and found the Hopis, and have been, some of them have been living amongst the Hopi people, hidden in subterranean caves. And I do believe this was the 50s, 60s, maybe. I think the Blues didn't really start showing up until the 70s in large amounts. I don't know if you guys correct me. The problem with the rabbit hole thing is you do too much studying on stuff, so stuff starts getting crossed. With that said, if Putin can be coerced not to use nuclear weapons, and for us to find a more peaceful solution to everything going on, which is all I've been trying to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm upset with the way the world's turning, and y'all should be too, but I was never telling anybody to stand up and fight physically. I talk about mentally and spiritually fighting back. All this stuff in this country will stop if the mass majority stood up and said, okay, you know what? You guys aren't doing your job. If I didn't do my job, I would get fired. So you guys are fired. We're getting you out of there. You don't need to be doing this job because you're not doing it right. That's what we need to do. A lot of people want to go to war with the big guys, which is, it's futile. There is no sense of creating more violence. That's what they want. They want to make us all look bad. We could do this non-violently. And I know those people out there that know me. Tom, you got a lot of room to talk. Yeah, I know. I do. But you know what? I'm a product of the system, just like you guys. And I'm constantly, daily, relearning and trying to step out of my old bad habits. I've been doing that for quite some time. Ever since rehab, you know? So, what do you guys think about the connection between UFOs and nuclear war? Do you guys believe that it causes a threat to everybody in the universe, or you think it's just us that we're destroying? I want you guys' opinion. On that note, I want to give a shout out to everybody that supported me. I appreciate y'all having my back. Jamie Pittman, the rest of the family. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Josh Lewis, throughout all this, you've been my closest and devoted advocate when it comes to bringing out the truth. I will always hide you. Yeah, I'm going to hide you. I'm going to hold you in the highest respects, always. And I want to thank Lisa Haven. Jeez, I really could talk lately, huh? Lisa Haven, Justice Knight, the Hodge twins, Tom McDonald, Graham Allen, Jane Elliott, David Icke, Edgar Casey, and all the other men and women who stepped out of their fears to bring us truth and tell us what the majority don't even know. You guys are the real heroes. Not all heroes wear capes. You guys have a great day. I'll catch you soon.